Hi, I'm Becca here with the Bitcoin Brew. We are at the YTexas Summit at AT&T Stadium. I'm here with my co-host Amy, and we have a special guest with us here today, Dr. Staack from the Texas A&M Engineering Department. So, Dr. Staack, if you could just kind of give us an intro on your department at A&M and
Sure.
what brought you to the summit today.
Sure. So my name is David Staack. I'm a professor of mechanical engineering at Texas A&M University. I also serve as Associate Vice Chancellor for Research, and so our office oversees kind of all of the research going on within the Texas A&M University system, which is, 11 universities and eight branch campuses and agencies throughout the state. We're here at YTexas today because, in our opinion, one of the top 10 reasons of YTexas is Texas A&M. So,
Sure.
And our engineering, right? And so specifically here, our College of Engineering is representing our research and some of our academic work. We are one of the largest, either number one or number two largest engineering university in the nation, depending upon kind of how you count a little bit and how our competitor counts. But I represent the branch, the lead flagship campus in College Station, where we have roughly 24,000 engineering students.
Wow.
In about 15 different engineering departments, serving essentially the state's needs in terms of having that next generation of professionals go out into the field.
Excellent. Dr. Staack, may I ask you, based on attendance, what are your top 3 engineering departments at this point?
So electrical and computer engineering, which focuses on a wide variety of things, but so that'll be from kind of designing computer chips to electrical infrastructure and power lines, kind of everything that fits within kind of that wide gambit from computers to electricity. Mechanical engineering is one of our most sought after departments. I'm there, so I'll be a little biased. But that's a broad field again, right, where we serve the aerospace industry, we serve the petroleum industry, oil and gas, pumps, compressors, energy, engines, cars, autonomous vehicles, robots. Other large department is civil engineering. Right, and so that involves, construction, infrastructure. We have large infrastructure, roads, bridges, communications, right? All that infrastructure that goes into our society.
Excellent.
Go ahead.
It sounds like these young people that are in those colleges are really poised for a potential career in Bitcoin mining or blockchain. Are you seeing more courses being offered in those arenas?
Yeah. So what? It's an interesting field because it's a little interdisciplinary. It sits kind of on the side between computer science and electrical engineering, and so we have new courses in that area. We actually have a new curriculum in that space in data analytics and data science, and so that's a department we've stood up, which is specifically addressing those goals. So students coming in, whether it's AI or blockchain or kind of cryptography and security and data, are all kind of be housed within those programs.
Are you familiar with Giga Energy?
Giga Energy, the company?
Yes. Well, so it was started by two, I think they were in the
I might know
mechanical engineering department, I'm pretty sure.
Are they the ones where you're using flare cars?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm actually quite familiar with their work. The name slipped my mind for a second there. But actually, I'm quite familiar with that project.
That was an amazing
So,
company.
I mean, this is a very interesting concept for stranded energy.
Yeah.
Right? So we have a lot of energy in West Texas in particular, actually, where oil and gas is produced, and there's gas that's flared and literally just polluting the atmosphere and wasted energy. And so what's interesting about that is this concept of stranded energy is they don't have pipelines to put things, and they don't have places to put that energy, whether it's in natural gas or some other form. And what they come up with is a very interesting technique, and that is, we'll take that energy, we'll locally convert it into electricity, and then we don't have methods to transmit that electricity, but we can locally convert that electricity into a valuable product through Bitcoin. And so it's a very interesting aspect of, how can we utilize resources which maybe don't have infrastructure, essentially locally converting it to something useful. So we're very happy that it's Aggies that are doing that. we think it's what we would like to inspire, right, in terms of leading these innovations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very exciting stuff. Okay, and so another exciting development at A&M is that y'all were the first, I believe, the first university to mine Bitcoin.
Yeah, at least intentionally.
Yes, true. Yeah.
Who knows what the students do in their dorm rooms?
Publicly mining
yes, exactly.
Bitcoin.
No, I'm joking a little, obviously. No, our goal. It's a very interesting aspect, right, around Bitcoin mining, and there are impacts in obviously security and impacts in the energy sector, right? How do we do it efficiently? How do we do it sustainably, right? There are resources that are in that, and so in the mining process, there's a lot that goes into converting the energy into essentially the value product, which is the Bitcoin. And so Prasad and Jetty in his labs started up in S19, and they've been looking at that. How can we, understand its dynamics? How can we integrate with the energy conversion processes that have happened in the processing in order to kind of minimize some impacts in terms of the energy uses, but also look at, what are the requirements and the needs.
I love that you guys actually have a physical miner, because students these days like to have something tangible. Yep. It's a very abstract process. What's happening? How is the Bitcoin being made? Yep. And the fact that they can see it right there, they can learn how to repair it.
Yep.
I hope that more universities follow in y'all's footsteps.
Yeah, and understand kind of the requirements around it, right? What not just a concept, but see it in practice, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
So our last question would be, what are you most excited about in the upcoming future of engineering here in Texas, specifically at A&M?
We've got
summary. I'm sure there's
a lot
tons
of projects.
Yeah.
So, since we're here in North Texas, one very exciting one coming up is our expansion of our campuses in Fort Worth.
Okay.
So we're doing 2 new buildings in downtown Fort Worth. As an expansion of there's a law school there now, but we're going to expand engineering and nursing and health sciences into that space. We'll have essentially degree programs and research in downtown Fort Worth as part of what we're calling Aggie North.
Okay.
As we expand our campus there. So that's a very exciting project coming forward. Some other interesting things we're doing are at our Relish Research Campus.
Okay.
And what this is 2,000 acres where we've said, innovation at scale. So being a land-grant university, we have access to land. And so the idea is, these projects, as they go from kind of a bench in a lab to full scale, need a place to try that. And so some innovations that we're doing there now are in 5G. We have an independent 5G testbed that we work on that campus. Various forms of essentially several miles in which you can do whatever you want with 5G. Right, outdoors, drones, robotics, autonomous vehicles, interacting drones and robotic vehicles. We have hypersonic testing facilities that we're putting in there. We have an innovation proving grounds, which is for essentially autonomous vehicles, off-road testing, kind of a challenge course for DoD type vehicles and things like this. So it's a very kind of, we're looking at it as a major investment that we're doing in terms of research. But in order to essentially translate, kind of get that missing gap in some research activities between lab scale research and kind of industrial work.
Perfect. Thanks for joining us today. Hey, it's Amy from the Texas Blockchain Council. We're coming at you with more content on the daily. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you at the summit. The apex, the mountaintop. It's just a fancy word for conference.